Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping back in today. From a meat beater at home to a world beater in the Philippines, it's not so bad. Men do get rejuvenated. There are some benefits to moving to the Philippines. I want to focus on that today. And maybe going forward, I'm going to do a series. Just like I did the ATM series, I'm going to do a series on the rejuvenation that happens to us over here. The drama and the horror stories, it gets our attention. People click on that more than anything else. And as a content creator, you need to know your audience. I know what you guys want to like. I know what you guys like. I know what y'all want to hear. It's like the guy, his name is D-Sack. He said, Cal, people want to see your downfall. And I thought, well, not just me, but everybody's downfall. For whatever reason it is, they don't realize that we're all related, until we're all free, nobody's free. But I made a remark. I was talking about how men who have no answers at home all of a sudden come to the Philippines and become world beaters, alphas. And a long-time supporter of mine hit me over the head with my own words. He said, becoming a world beater in the Philippines, it's better than being a meat beater at home. I was like, wow, maybe I ought to talk about that. Maybe I ought to talk about how men come back to life over here. I've seen it. It happened to me. Obviously, my story bears witness to that. How men have given up on life and they've come over here and they found something. You can call it love if you want. Whatever it is, it's created happiness for them, a lot of them. Every day somebody's not losing their life savings or dying or doing stupid stuff that we do over here. We just don't talk enough about it because people don't really want to hear about that. But today I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a series on it. We get rejuvenated over here. And I talked about this so many times, but I just want to deep dive into it a little bit today. I did a video several years ago. It was called The Fountain of Youth over here. And I said the Fountain of Youth was 24 hours of sunshine because the sun shines all the time over here. To me, that's the Son of God, the maintainer of life. If that sun goes out, guys, I don't care who you worshiping, you're done. The influence of a woman in your life, usually she's younger, attractive than what you normally have. You're going to tweak your diet. You're not going to get all the foods that you normally are used to over here, the comfort foods, the stuff that's no good for you. You're going to eat a lot cleaner over here. And then you're going to become more active. I've drank more water over here and I walked more and worked out more than I've ever done in my life over here because it's just the logistics of it. I have to walk a couple of blocks, maybe 3 blocks just to get to a tricycle here. That's every day. Anytime I want to leave my house, because I don't ride with Maryland's motorcycle. And when you combine all those things together, something happens to us. We become world beaters. And yeah, it's a whole lot better than being a meat beater at home. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, you got to be honest with this. Yeah, I've seen men's eyes open again over here. It's something about being happy. For whatever reason it is, I looked this up, but I've known this for years. Happy people, they're more successful. They live longer. They don't troll people. They have less drama in their lives. And that's what happens over here, really. People don't want to see you happy, though. So they say, hey, Cal, we need some more of those horror stories. Well, I told you I'm not going to really talk about horror stories anymore. I was watching a video the other day where a guy says, hey, he moved. This is a younger guy. He moved from, I think it was the DR, back to America because he said he lost his sense of community. And for some of us, it's the opposite. We come over here and get a sense of belonging, because this is a family-oriented place. And families are strong here. And when you with the woman, you with the family, and they'll rally around you, man. I've had some of my best birthday parties over here. And of course, the friends that I meet from around the world, you gain that sense of belonging back. It's like you got a different attitude and outlook on life again. You want to fly. Remember, I've talked about this all the time, man. I want to live to be 150 now. If I could live the way I'm living right now, okay, because you're going to have the problems with life. That's just life, man. But you get a different outlook and attitude on life, man, that you just have to experience it. I can't really explain it. But when you want to give up over there, you want to keep going over here. So yeah, you hear a lot of the horror stories. You hear about a lot of the age gap stories and all that stuff. But men do come over here and we find something. We stand 10 foot tall. We walk around with our chest poked out. There's nothing wrong with that. We ought to be thankful that there are places like the Philippines that are still around. I call it the last bastion for the Lonely Hearts Club, man, because without a place like this and the culture and the way things are set up, man, some of us would be in big trouble, man, myself included. I crawled into the Philippines. I was talking to my buddy, Confident Voice Speaks today. He's like, man, because he's retired. He's retired from the Navy. He retired once from working for a private contractor. He was like, Cal, this hamster wheel sometimes, man, just makes me want to retire again. He said, certainly when I'm, dealing with, some difficult workers, co-workers, and I told him that's the reason I left. I wanted to get out of the rat race. I wanted to stop working. Man, my life was on fumes, man. I was on a respirator when I got here. So I'm telling you from experience, I don't want to discourage anybody. I really want to encourage you. Even though I catch a lot of flack about that. Oh, you drawing all these men over here. You damn right. Okay? Because I can't find something and then go hide it. I want to share it with people. If people tell me all the time, Cal, quit talking about the good stuff over there because you're going to have people coming over here. No, that's not going to happen. The people who come over here are going to come over here. There's nothing you or me can do to stop them. It's a long way here. That's sort of like the gatekeeper. The distance is the gatekeeper. But when you do get over here, we can't deny it, man. People are more positive. They do want to live again. Okay, it beats being home lonely. That chronic loneliness, man, will kick your behind. There's somebody watching me now with that chronic loneliness. I see why y'all watch the videos, because you want that freedom, that new freedom and the new happiness that a lot of us have found. I'm not going to deny it, man. I'm going to talk more about it. That's what I said. Let's talk about how being in the Philippines has changed our lives and the lives of other people. Let's don't get stuck on this negative stuff because you're going to get the wrong impression of this place. I can name 100 people that I've seen the light come on again. They're dancing. They're singing karaoke. They're going scuba diving. They're going hiking. These are guys who were retired. Not only had they retired from their work, they have retired from life. They were done. They come over here, and whatever it was, it happened to them. It happened to them, and they went from being meat beaters at home to world beaters over here. I applaud them. I applaud them, guys. And this is the type of videos you're going to start getting from me more of. I've got many in my library. Y'all got to understand, I've done over 3,000 videos because I talk about my life. Creating content is nothing to me. Certainly when I'm talking about myself and my life over here, and y'all seem to be interested about that. I don't see why people get so stuck up on creating content and have to start talking about other people and all that stuff. A lot of these guys, they make my case for me, whether I talk about me and being the prize or going from a meat beater to a world beater. They make my case for me. Where else can a 70-year-old fat slob, okay, that nobody wants you, nobody pays attention to you at all, where else can you go and all of a sudden make a difference? Okay, your life means something. People depend on you. We ain't like that kind of stuff, man. Okay? I'm sorry, but we do. Where you are appreciated. Even if it's phony, you don't know it's phony. You don't know it's phony. Remember, the universe doesn't care what the motive is. So yeah, guys, it's some good stuff happening over here. It's not all bad. You know, then when you're surrounded by all this natural beauty, come on, man. So I had to talk about that today. Thank you, AC King. He hit me over the head with my own words. He said, yeah, becoming a world beater in the Philippines is better than being a meat beater at home. I was like, oh yeah, let me talk about that today. Because so many of us are meat beaters right now. A form of meat beaters. I'm going to make a patch with that. Not only do we have the 8,000 Mile Club, but now we got the Meat Beaters Association. Okay, ain't nothing better than being next to a warm body at night. A younger, more attractive woman that you could have only dreamed about having before. Now all of a sudden, she's laying next to you for whatever reason. There for your beck and call, for whatever reason. There ain't nothing for free. You can't get nothing for free, guys. So thank y'all so much for stopping by today. I want to start the day off with some positivity, man, because it's not all bad over here. This place changes lives. And of course, when we come over here and do the stuff we do, we change lives too. It's really a win-win situation. We can't let the 2%, 5%, or whatever it is of horror stories drown out the 95 or 98% of success stories. But people don't want to hear about happiness and success and positivity and belonging and family and, you know, really being raised from the dead. I was among the dead over there. I was raised from the dead. And the holidays coming up, man, we get discouraged, man. Like I told a guy yesterday, Ray, up in Luzon. I said, let them memories motivate you, man. Let them make you happy. Don't let them bring you down. You can't bring those times back. Yeah. Start creating your own memories over here, new memories. Because you're going to do that anyway. So it's your choice. Are you going to create bad memories or good memories? So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. I'm helping you today. Okay? Good things happen over here, guys. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Don't believe all that negative stuff. Some of the hype over here is real. I've seen people get off of their deathbed and walk again. That's all I can tell you. It's true. You're looking at a guy right here. I was this close from being done with life. But I knew there was I knew there was some place I could come and be rejuvenated. And I was right about it. And I'm going to start talking more about it. So don't cancel that ticket. A lot of guys be in the comments, oh, what's the use in coming over there? Well, just come over here and you're going to see. We don't know everything about this place. Okay, you can watch all the videos you want and they're going to miss something. And what they usually miss is the transformation that goes on with people when they come over here. Nature can do that to you. Having a young, attractive woman next to you can do that to you. Eating better can do that to you, man. I'm just being honest today, guys. Enough with the negativity. If you're not with the positivity, then keep scrolling. There's enough horror stories on YouTube to last you a lifetime. We're talking about rejuvenation over here now. I was part of the Meat Beaters Association, but now I'm a world beater.
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing